You ready? Oh, whoop. Hi, I'm Sergeant 3599 Johnson, and this is Curbside with the Royal Bahamas Police Force. We are here in the Nassau Village area, and with the help of the great officers from the Nassau Village Urban Renewal, we are going around inside the community to find out what they know and to see
what they don't know.
So let's go. We joined Sergeant Sweeting on a drive through Nassau Village, stopping at the community center where staff allowed us to interact with them. So thank you for joining us today. What's your name?
My name is Jackie Wiley.
Okay. That's okay. First of all, what's your name? I'm so rude. What is your name, sir?
John Neely.
Okay, but
Cousin.
Okay, Miss Wiley. So thank you for coming curbside with the Royal Bahamas Police Force. We really appreciate you for assisting us today. So I have 2 questions for you. Is that fine? Okay. I have 2 questions about child protection in Bahamian law. Okay. So the first one is a scenario. Let's say that 2 parents are constantly arguing and fighting in front of their child. Sometimes it gets physical. The child is never touched, but it has come close several times. Do you think that their actions is against the law?
If the verbal abuse.
But they fighting with each other just in front of the child. Do you think that's against the law? Do you think first of all, do you think it's harmful? But do you think also that it's against the law?
It is harmful, however, I don't think it's against the law, but there ought to be some consequences for it.
Should be, because that child at some point that action will give them they'll act out when they get older, and eventually they end up committing crime or doing the same action to other persons. So that should be against the law, really.
The physical argument is not between the parents?
The parents
are arguing with the child?
No, they get into an argument. The parents are arguing in front of the child.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's against the law. You have to understand, I'm from the old school, and so some things we grew up witnessing at the same time, and I don't think it made me a bad person. I don't think it's against the law. I do think that parents, regarding arguments or, let's say, loud discussions in front of the kids, I think it's something that maybe you should try to hold it down and maybe go in another room and discuss. Some things should not always be discussed in front of children.
But the scenario also says that they get physical a few times too.
Getting physical, no, I don't think it's anything warranted. I mean, if you're going to get like that, then you definitely don't want the children to see that, because you don't want them to grow up in an environment seeing those things. Kids are very impressionable. Their brains are like sponges. I wouldn't want to get physical and then my daughter or my son growing up to thinking that is the way for conflict resolution. You don't want children doing or thinking like that.
So do you think that it's an offense to expose a child to violence, even if the child is not the one being physically harmed?
Again, I'm not sure if it's an offense. However, I think, again, that there should be something in place, because children act on what they see. Sometimes if they're getting violence in the home, even though it may not be with them, they see it and they portray it. They go out and they do the same thing. So there ought to be some consequences.
I don't think it's against the law, but I think your own personal decisions in your home are your choice and your decision. I can't make a decision for someone else. I just know, like me personally, I'd never try to get myself into a physical altercation in front of children, because I just think there's a different level of maturity.
Okay. Into violence.
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
You're correct. It is. Under the Child Protection Act, Section 62, it is an offense to expose children to situations that are likely to cause harm, including harm to their mental and emotional state. So that is against our laws.
Well, we need to enforce that then, because I did not know that.
Yes.
Okay.
It is against our laws. But I thank you so much for joining us. I thank you. I told you it wasn't going to be hard. I told you that it wasn't going to be long, and it's not hard. So we have a gift for you. You could pick.
Yes, I think physical altercation it should be against the law. But I think to an extent, if you're a parent and you may get into a discussion that may seem to be getting a bit heated in front of your children, you could probably take that into another room. I think there's certain things that kids should not be exposed to, because like I said to you, their brains are very receptive. They're like sponges, and you don't want them being exposed to negative energy or violence and thinking that is the way to grow up.
So, where can we find this? Because I run a 3-day program for the government for young adults with disability, and I would like to inform them of these things because they may not know. So where can I find this?
So the Child Protection Act is found. Well, all Bahamian laws is found online. So
Okay.
it's a good read.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Sergeant Johnson.
Sergeant Johnson.
And Sergeant Neely. Yes.
Yes.
Thank
All
you.
right. We are here in the Nassau Village Urban Renewal Center with the officer in charge, ASP Butler, and Sergeant Sweeting. ASP Butler, can you give us where the Nassau Village Urban Renewal Center is located, a telephone contact, and your operating hours?
Okay, we're presently located in the Freeman Smith subdivision. It's right off of Soldier Road. Take the main entrance off of Soldier Road into Nassau Village. Take the first left, first right. Immediately at the dead end, you'll see our office/former apartment building where we recently moved since I believe February. We were here from February, so we're still trying to set up the office, in the process of renovating, get stuff together, but we're going to get there shortly. Operating hours now, presently we're trying to go from 9 to 5, but some days we have to leave early because we have work still going on at the facility, so you might not catch us here if you come after 3, so it's better to try to get before 3. If they want to reach me, my contact is 376-6937, so they can reach out to me for any problems or issues they may have in regards to the center.
See?
The Nassau Village Urban Renewal will be hosting their second annual Crime Symposium at the Yahweh Church of God, which will be located at Stark Avenue and William Street. There will be a number of speakers speaking in reference to different crime trends, what is trending within the community. So the time will be 7 o'clock p.m. Thursday, April 16. Light refreshments will be served, provided by the staff and the members of the Urban Renewal. That's it.
Thanks for tuning in to Curbside with the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Thanks for watching. Bye.